Hey everybody, welcome back to Lilygate Farm, a very dry Lilygate farm. I'm Jen, I'm a farmer here with my husband, and just wanted to go over a few things with you guys about the drought that we're experiencing here in Rogersville, Missouri. We're currently around 60 days with no significant water, rain. Just wanted to go over a few things that I noticed that's different from last year on growth habits of some of the plants. So here we go. So, as you can see here on the ground, we've got some dry, crunchy grass, and it continues to do that all the way through our pasture here. But anyways, first up is this Celosia. This one is called Sylphied. Usually it's around 3-4 foot tall. This year it's a lot shorter for me, and the bloom is later. We started this in we planted this in the first part of May. So it's just taking a little bit longer. I feel like due to the lack of overhead moisturization and the ground being so dry, it just hasn't had the chance to put on that growth and that height. A new one for me this year is, this one's called Pink Feather. It's from Clara Joyce Flowers in Illinois, come from his seed catalog. I really like it. It's got a beautiful color on it and beautiful stems. The stems tend to stay straight up, which I do like in my bouquets. Again, I feel like it should be as tall as this one, but I have not grown this one yet this year, so I can't compare it to last year, but they have the same type of growth habit, so I would think that it would be taller if it had more moisture. The next one is Selway White. This one is usually a little bit shorter, but as you can see, it's in the same bed, lack of moisturization. This bed is watered once a day for 1 hour on our drip irrigation from our well on this property. We just haven't had to water it from overhead. It's always better to get rainwater at least a few times a week if you can, to keep everything nice and happy around here. But we're doing the best we can with going on 60 days with lack of rain. Hi, sorry about that. Our camera overheated, so we apologize. It's over 95 degrees today while we're filming this. So anyways, to continue on, I just feel like the Celosia on this variety that I definitely grew last year, which is Golden Plume, would be 3 to 4 foot tall by now if we had significant moisture. I just think that, you know, we get to water them once a day and they are doing fine, but the ground is so dry, and without the overhead rain, it really does, in my opinion, make a difference on their growth. The next one is Selway Red. This has got some awesome foliage color on it, and it's just now starting to bloom, so this is a winner for me. I love it. I'm gonna grow it next year. I love doing different colors of foliages in my arrangements, and I just love this bright color. It's so pretty. And this one's also new for me, which I think that the bloom should have been just a little bit bigger, but you know, there's always time in the season. That we're at July 17th right now, and this is Kramer's Lime. But isn't this fun? These little green fuzzy tips. So cute. Can go with all different kinds of things. Love it. For other forms of Celosia, I am growing the Chief series. I've got a few started in here, and then a few pinks in another level. So I grow the Chief Pink, Chief Red, Chief Gold in the fall, which has not been planted yet, but will be here very soon. But some other things that I can point out to you that hasn't been as good is Cosmos. Cosmos are usually this tall right by now. I mean, or even taller. This is the Versailles series. I think some of it may be afternoon white, but these are usually so tall as me, and they're just struggling this year with the lack of heat. They are putting on blooms, as you can see, but usually they are quite a bit taller than years past. All right, and if you're still with me, there's one other thing I'd like to point out to you. So one other thing I'd like to point out is sunflowers. I'm going to show you some germination rates that I feel like are just a little bit different than how this season has progressed on without any rain. You can see this one here. This one was seeded. Okay, so this one was seeded June 23rd. So I imagine this one was seeded somewhere around June 15th. And it has pretty good germination, but if you look towards the middle, you can see where it's gotten kind of sparse. And then I've shown you my other sunflower rows that were seeded in May, where the ground was a lot more moist, that had really like 95% germination. And I would say this is still good, but I think we're getting down to, 80, it is sparse in the middle a little bit. Now, if we go to this one that was seeded June 23rd, you can see we have some good germination here, but as the soil gets more dry at this latter part of the section, you can see that the germination has gotten really spotty, somewhere 40%, I would say, in some areas. So I'm kind of worried about that. And then the sunflower video I just showed you guys where I did the Pro Cut Red, I'm going to show you that spottiness as well on the germination. So let's head on over there. One last thing I wanted to mention is the Pro Cut Red that we seeded on June 30th in a video for y'all. We've got some pretty spotty germination on this. As you look from one side to the other, this side over here is more lower than this side down here. Here where it's more wet, you can see it had better germination. And down this way, I'm still hoping to get some germination yet to come, but here we are 2 weeks and we still have hardly, I would say maybe 30% germination, if that. So I think it's just because of the soil being dry, and we can only get out here once or twice a day to wet it down. That's just farming for you, so we're just going to keep at it and do the best we can. So I hope you're all having a great day. I hope you guys are having some rainfall where you live, and we will see you in the next one. Bye.